Good morning, guys. Welcome to our contemporary Philippine arts from the region subject. And for today, we will be talking about music. Music is considered to be the least tangible of the arts. It is defined as an arrangement of sounds to create a continuous and unified composition. It is important to understand the elements of music and the different musical traditions in the Philippines because it will help you in appreciating that contemporary arts or contemporary Philippine music is varied from one region to another. Although popular music can easily be heard in areas that can be reached by radio or television and also the internet, traditional music and music with influences from the America and Europe are still evident in some regions of the country. Now let's talk about the elements of music. First, we have the melody. This refers to a succession of consecutive notes or tones changing in pitch and duration. So this melody is also considered to carry the overall theme of music. This is inseparable from rhythm. Second element is rhythm. This has something to do with the patterns in time. It has three qualities. First, we have tempo, meter, and rhythmic pattern. So tempo describes how fast or slow the music is. On the other hand, meter refers to the unit of time that is made up of a group of accented and unaccented beats or pulses. Next, we have harmony. This may refer to a combination of different tones or pitches played or sung together. So these notes played or sung together at the same time, it is being called a chord. Harmony may also involve playing chords successively. Another, we have texture. So this element refers to the relationship of melodic and harmonic lines in music. Music is considered to have thicker texture if it has more melodic lines. Next, we have dynamics. This refers to the degree of softness and loudness of music. This may include the way of changing from soft to loud or vice versa. Next, we have timbre. Timbre is also known as the tone color, and this refers to the quality of sounds that is being generated by an instrument or by voice. Next, we have form. This element refers to how the other elements of music are organized. So music can be described if there are repeating sections or melodies, if there is a contrast among the musical instruments as well as the rhythm, or if there is what we call vibration of the musical composition. Well, let's talk about the forms and types of Philippine music. There are three kinds of music here in the Philippines. So these are the ethnic traditional music, also the European influence religious and secular music, and also the American inspired popular, classical, and semi-classical music. Although these three musical traditions have different characteristics, these have brought influences during the contemporary period. So first, let's talk about the ethnic traditional music. So Philippine music in ethnic tradition is described to be music that has similar elements with music from our Southeast Asian neighbors. So this kind of music can still be heard in Northern Luzon, Mindanao, Palawan, and also in Sulu, where about 10% of the people population or 10% of the Filipino population had avoided Spanish influence. So under ethnic traditional music, we have ballad. A ballad refers to a song that explains an event occurring in a community. So some of these ballads may include the Idangdang from Bukidnon and the Liyangkit Parang Sabil of the Tausog. Some ballads were influenced by the Spaniards, such as the composo, and also the Pampangas ing bangkero. Nowadays, the term ballad is usually described as a popular romantic song in the urban areas. Next, we have chant, and this refers to a song with an accompanied melody and variable rhythm. So this is usually found in epic songs. Example of the chant that I heard on the teleserye Bagani from Dimples Romana. This is the Mekeni Mekeni Dug Dug Do Re Mi. So that is an example of a chant wherein it has a melody. Mekeni Mekeni Dug Dug Do Re Mi, something like that. So that is an example of a chant. Next, we have a song debate. The debate is a song involving male and female singers who try to outsmart each other about a certain topic. The themes of this song debate include love, courtship, and marriage. Another, we have the European influence, religious and secular music. Under this, we have the art song. It's a composition characterized by merging the voice part, lyrics, and the accompaniment together to achieve an artistic musical whole. So singing an art song requires skill, especially when performed during a concert or recital. So example of an art song is the Kundiman. This is considered as the signature love song of the Philippines. It is written in triple time and played starting in the minor key. Its usual theme is about the faithful and true, but often forlorn pleadings of a lover who knows nothing but sacrifice in behalf of his beloved. So later on, themes may also revolve on self-pity, sentimentality, desire for freedom, and wishing for better future. However, the term kundiman nowadays, it is also used to denote a particular music or musical style. Second, we have the habanera or danza. This refers to a social dance in double time. It is originally from Cuba, and this is usually performed on a stage or in a ballroom. The habanera is influential as its tempo is used in some contemporary compositions like the Nicanor Abelardo's Ikaw Rin and Antonio Molina's Hating Gabi. So those are the examples. Another, we have the liturgical music. This refers to vocal and instrumental compositions that go together with the official rites of Christian churches. This began as early as the Spanish colonial period and the rise of the Roman Catholicism. However, it was during the 19th century when the vernacularization of the liturgical rites began. So during the 20th century, the musicians employed more innovative styles and forms, including the fusion of Asian and indigenous elements to church music. The birth of the Pentecostal churches, if you're familiar, and also the charismatic groups in the 1980s also brought changes in church music. So simple, repetitive songs were used during prayer meetings, while there were some instances when people in these churches sang gospel music, which refers to a group of contemporary musical style with religious lyrics. Another, we have the kumintang. It is originally documented as a war song. So the kumintang is a dance of love accompanied by a guitar. So the elements of the kumintang are utilized in some compositions such as the Nicanor Abelardo's Mutya ng Pasig and Lucio de San Pedro's Lahing Kayumanggi. Next, we have the Passion Chant. The Passion Chant refers to the various styles used throughout the country for the singing of the Passion. So this is typically performed in two group formations. The first involving the two persons or groups singing alternately, and the second involving each person is talking to his or her turn in singing. Third, we have the American-inspired music. So this tradition can be further classified into three. We have the classical music, semi-classical music, and the popular music. So it is important to note that these three categories are not mutually exclusive with one another. First, let's talk about the classical music. So this category of American influence music includes classical music from Western world and classical and modern music composed by Filipinos. This include the following. First, we have the chamber music. Chamber music refers to instrumental music played by a small ensemble. So each part of the music is played by one performer, and this makes chamber music different from the orchestra music because the latter involves several instrumentalists playing one part. So starting from the American period up to present, the composers has blended other elements and sources to chamber music. And some of these elements include using the local sources of sound and using the non-Western musical structures and other innovations. Next, we have the choral music. This involves the music written from a group of singers. So choral compositions can be monodic, meaning to be sung together or in unison without accompaniment, or homophonic. This consists of one melodic line that is accompanied by chords or instrumental accompaniment. Another, we have the opera. The opera is essentially drama that is sung and accompanied by instruments. It has a set of structure. It consists of overture, songs from variety of numbers of singers, and other vocal combinations, and also interludes. It also entails a lot of work from other persons helping in staging and a grand theatrical production, such as the director, conductor, and the set, also costume, lighting, and designers. Semi-classical music. Musical forms under this category include band and rondalia music, also hymns and marches, zarzuela music, and stylized folk songs. First, we have the band music, and this refers to compositions created for the band, which is a group of brass and percussion and woodwind instruments. A band may also refer to groups of instruments such as an accordion band or bamboo band. Band music became a very important medium for Filipino composers, and most, if not all, contemporary Filipino composers produce band music. And until now, band music is still popular and has gained national attention of the Marcos regime. Next, we have the marcha or march. This refers to a composition with music played in irregular phrases and also a strongly accented rhythm, usually in 4/4 time signature. So the march is played in some dances or with marching groups. Now let's talk about the popular music, and this category includes music composed by Filipinos. It utilizes the Western and local musical influences. So during the 1970s, the emergence of the original Filipino music or OPM first began with the translation of foreign lyrics into the vernacular. So there are several forms of Pinoy pop, which include the following. First, we have the Pinoy rock. It involves the use of drums, electric guitars, synthesizers, and other electronic instruments. Another, we have the safe Pinoy pop or the middle of the road. And this type of music is shown in the compositions of the Hapo Aiking Society and Jose Marichan. Next, we have the Pinoy folk. This is inspired by simple and repetitive tunes made by the Western folk singers or the Pinoy folk music, and later evolved the use of Asian or ethnic musical traditions and instruments. Next, we have the Pinoy disco music, and this is essentially a Filipino adaptation of the Western disco music. Also, we have the rap, which is described as the musical form of involving a fast-paced rhythmic narration accompanied by electronic musical instruments. It is usually performed with dancing, and Francis Magalona is the one who introduced Pinoy rap.